Friends, today we'll learn the how the solidification process is going to take place in the pure metals and the alloys. This solidification actually it happens just like in a water freezing, nothing but the formation of a liquid water into an ice. In the similar same manner, the solidification of the pure metals or even if I could have considered the alloys is going to takes place. So basically, particularly if you consider the molten metal, how it actually converts into solid metal means once if you pour a molten metal into the mold, the atoms which are present in the molten metal, they are going to be very active. So once the time passes, their activeness of the atoms will get reduces, and as a result it will form the solid. So how the energy which is present with respect to the atom it reduces means basically the two types of the energy they are going to be present to make a bond between the two atoms of the either pure metals or the alloys. So the two energy, one is the absorbed energy and another one is a free energy. So once the molten metal if it is poured into the mold, the once the molten metal is poured into the mold, the beginning the energy which is present with respect to the atom is a kinetic energy. This kinetic energy start reducing. As a result, the kinetic energy will start converting into a potential energy, and this energy is a free energy which is present with respect to the atom. So once the kinetic energy reduces, the atom will start the atom will start settling at a particular point. It is nothing but a conversion of a kinetic energy into a potential energy. So in the later stage, the two atoms whose kinetic energy is reduced and it is now converted into potential energy will start attracting with respect to each other, and that energy which is required for the attracting is called as the absorbing energy. So in this manner, the energy which is required to make a bonding between the two atoms is of two types, as I told, the free energy and the absorbing energy. So once it start reaching the freezing, as we are observing the three diagrams, one is the nucleation and another one is a crystal growth and another one is a grain bond. So once the conversion of the kinetic energy into a bonding energy, we are observing that the atoms they are going to settle at a particular points around the 4 to 5 number of the atoms, and these 4 to 5 number of the atoms they are going to form a nucleation and the nucleus, and the particular that point is said to be a nuclei. So these nuclei they will attract with each other and they will bombard with each other, and they are going to form a cluster of a nuclei. These clusters they are also going to bombard with each other, formation of the crystals or grains as you are observing in the second diagram. So these crystals they are going to form dendrites, nothing but the crystals they will attract each other and they will club together to form a dendrite like structure, and these dendrite like structure you are observing in the form of crystals, and these dendrites they will club with respect to each other, they forming a grain boundary. In this manner the grain boundary will convert into the solid object, and this the formation of the nuclei, conversion of the nuclei into crystal growth and crystal growth into the grain boundary, it is going to differ particularly with respect to the pure metal and as well as in the alloy. So basically how it differs, it is depending upon the nucleation. That's why the formation of the nucleation in the pure metal and in the alloy, it has been converted into two types. One is said to be an homogeneous and another one is an heterogeneous. The homogeneous nucleation is one thing which is going to occur in a pure metal. So once the nuclei starts in the pure metal, until it reaches the critical radius, will not find out any kind of the solidification, complete solidification process. This is the thing which happens in the pure metals. Whereas if you consider in the heterogeneous, it is nothing but an impure nucleation which occurs in the alloys. So in this case, the impure metal, the particularly if I could have considered the alloy, I will find out the 98% of the pure metal, whereas the 2% is going to be an impure metal. So we will have the different kinds of the metals. In this case, these impure metals, metal atoms, they will start settling on the pure metals and forming the parabolic like structure, which leads to the critical radius in case of the alloys. Once it reaches the critical radius in the alloys, it will start undergoing the formation of the solids. So this is how the solidification process is going to take place in the both metals and as well as the pure metals. So in the next class we will study what are the different kinds of the variables which are going to affect the solidification process, and as well as how the directional solidification has to be done in the pure metals, either maybe in the pure metals or alloys, particularly in the welding or in case of the casting. Thank you.